Welcome students to our online class. I told you to read the chapter carefully and do all the assignments given to you in chapter 1. As I told you in that class that our chapter 1 is complete and you have to do the work that has been given in that assignment. So today we are going to start our new chapter, that is bills of exchange. So first of all, again in the chapter we will discuss the glossary words. Basically there are only 2 glossary words for this chapter that we are going to study. So in our chapter 2, bills of exchange, as from name it is clear that in this we have to study the bills. The bills are made for the consignment which is done between two parties. So let's start our chapter and with our first glossary word, that is bills of exchange. So bills of exchange is an instrument in writing an unconditional order signed by a maker directing to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or the bearer of the instrument. So, students, bill of exchange is an instrument which can be used as a legal document in the court as a proof. So, it is an instrument in writing because whatever is in writing that can be used only as a legal document. So, it is an unconditional, means that there is no condition has been mentioned that if you are going to pay the sum of money for a frequent period of time, so there is no condition. There is no mortgage of any assets, so it is simple a promise made by one person to another that he has to pay a certain amount of money to that person from whom he has purchased the goods. That's why it is a legal document that has been signed between two persons or three persons for a certain period of time. So our next glossary word is parties to the bills of exchange. Now it will become more clear from our second glossary words that how many parties are involved in bills of exchange. Generally there are two parties, but sometimes we need or we add one more party, so we say there are three parties that are involved in the bills of exchange. First of all, I will tell you the name of these three parties which are involved in the making of bills. The first one is drawer, which is also known as the seller. As you know, whenever a business transaction it take place between more than one person. Means one is seller and other is purchaser. So in this bills of exchange, the seller is known as drawer. So seller is known as drawer. As drawer is a new word for you, I have written the second name, that is seller. Suppose we take an example, X sold goods to Y. Now in this there are two parties, X and Y. So here X will become the seller because he is selling some goods, and Y will become a purchaser. So in this case, drawer is X and he is going to make the bill because the money is coming back to him. Bills of exchange is made because the transaction is done in credit, no cash payment has been done by the purchaser. That's why they make the bill. So the bill is made by the seller only, in which he signed the document that this sum of money is credited to the other person. So drawer is the seller and he is also known as the creditor. Now our second party is drawee. So as I have given you example, X sold goods to Y. So now Y will become the drawee, who is also known as purchaser. He is the purchaser or the debtor for whom name the bill is drawn, and he is liable to pay the amount to the seller, who is drawer. So in this case, he will accept the bill made by the seller and sign it. Drawee is the person who is the purchaser and he is going to sign the bill or accept the bill. Now the third party, that is payee. In this case, payee plays the role of drawer. What we can say, the person to whom the payment is to be made is called payee. Payee is the person who is going to receive the money. He himself can be the drawer or to any third party. So payee is the person to whom you are going to pay the money. Now we will discuss the chapter bills of exchange. As I already told you the meaning of bills of exchange, that bill of exchange means that it is an instrument in written which is unconditional and signed by the two parties, in which it is mentioned that the one is going to pay the bill to other. Now it is more clear to you that drawee is going to give money to the drawer. So now we will discuss some of the features of bill of exchange which will make you more clear the meaning of bills of exchange. It is as per the definition or as per the meaning given to you in that case. So first of all, a bill of exchange must be in writing. That a bill of exchange is regarded as a legal document only when you are giving it is in written form. And in this written document, it must contain an order to make payment. In this, it is an order that you have to pay the sum of money which has been issued to you in the form of goods. Next point, the amount of bill of exchange must be definite. In this, you have to mention the definite amount. You have to mention like rupees 5 lakh has been taken in the form of goods. Fourth point, the order must be unconditional. It means you can't say that in return, if you are not able to pay rupees 5 lakh, you have to mortgage your land, building or any asset. Okay, next one. The date of payment must be a fixed one. In this, you have to make sure that on which particular date you are going to pay money. Suppose that document has take place on 1st of April, so you will mention that on 4th of May you have to make the particular amount, or you can say after 2 months you have to make that payment. Sixth, it must be signed by the maker of the bill, means the seller has to sign that, and in the next point, the acceptor also have to sign that, means the drawee. Both have to sign the bill, those who are selling and those who are purchasing. In our next point, the amount mentioned in the bill is payable either on demand or on the expiry of fixed period. So the drawee has to pay the money either on demand, whenever the drawer will ask him to pay the money, or when the time is over that has been mentioned in the bill. In next point, the amount is payable either to the bearer of the bill or to the specified person or to his order, and the amount of bill is to be paid to the person on whose name the bill has been made. The last point, it should bear a stamp according to the amount. Suppose it is of rupees 5 lakh, then according to the amount for which you have sold the goods, you have to put the stamp or drafted on the stamp paper of the court. Then only it will be regarded as your legal document. So these are the few points or features of bills of exchange which make you more clear the definition of bills of exchange. Now, I will give you the specimen of bill of exchange. You can see in one table there is a specimen of bills of exchange. So it will become more clear from this that how you have to prepare the specimen of bills. Please make these specimen on your particular notebook. So you can see on your right side there is the name of the city and the date on which it has been made, and on my left side you can see rupees 5 lakh, and under that you have to paste the stamp according to the amount. Then this line has been written, 2 months after due date, pay to me or my orders the sum of rupees 5 lakh only for value received. As I told you that now the date has to be mentioned. The bill has been made on 1st of July, and after 2 months you have to pay back the bill. Under this, the accepted means the person who is the purchaser or drawee will sign, and his name and address will be there, and on the right side it should be signed by the seller who is the drawer, and his name and address will be given. This is the specimen which you have to made before doing the bills of exchange. After that, I have given you the explanation of the above specimen. That is, that I mentioned you earlier that on 1st of July 2019, the date that has been given, Karuna Sagar of New Delhi is selling goods to Prem Kishore of Jaipur on credit, and the amount is also mentioned. As we discussed in the feature, definite time period is given, the name of two persons, the acceptor and the seller. Seller is Karuna Sagar in this case, and Prem Kishore is the purchaser in this case, and the definite amount of money is also given to you. And they have mentioned that you have to make clear it after 2 months. So, Karuna Sagar draws a bill on Prem Kishore, who accepts the bill and return it to Karuna Sagar. So what will be done? The Karuna Sagar will make the bill of exchange and signed it, and after signing he will send it to Prem Kishore, and Prem Kishore will accept it and sign it and return it to Karuna Sagar. So in this case you can say Karuna Sagar is be called drawee and he will call as a drawer. So in the above mentioned bill, Karuna Sagar is the drawer as the payee of the bill. If suppose Karuna Sagar endorses this bill to Uma Shankar, he will become the payee. But suppose if in the bill Karuna Sagar writes the name of Uma Shankar, then in this case Uma Shankar will become the pay. Now Prem Kishore has to pay the amount of money to Uma Shankar. So now it is clear from this specimen that Karuna Sagar is the drawer, or you can say the seller, Prem Kishore is purchaser or drawee, and if Karuna Sagar endorses the bill on the name of Uma Shankar, then Uma Shankar will become the payee of that bill. So students, for today, this is our topic, bills of exchange and its features and specimens. So as per my instructions, read the notes carefully and make the full notes in your notebooks as given in your PDF file. Write all glossy words, features, draw the specimens and explanation for that. and do the work properly. All the best. Do neat work. We will meet again. Bye.